Hello, kalispera, welcome. How are you, everybody? So today we will see MDA Demon, and we will explore how to navigate in the platform. Despite the last time we saw some how actually we can use this tool, actually that this tool works. We saw last time, and we did some exploits with fish. When the fish was a caller. I will let the Discord link on the chat. Who wants to join the Discord, and the MDA link? Who wants can use my link to make a subscription on MDA Demon with 10% discount. And yeah, 10% discount in the first purchase. Which is activated until you cancel. And yeah, today we will see how to navigate, which filters we should apply. Let me put the music a bit down, probably too loud. So stay with me. I think that we are okay. We are ready to go to start with the navigation on the platform. So as we see now, we are in the MDA Demon, the site, mdademon.com, and we will go and press the get started. And when I first time came in this platform and saw all this information, it was around December, I think, and yeah, I had a subscription, and I was totally lost. Okay, some basics I could understood, that we put some filters here and the positions, but what actually this thing shows made me confused, and actually it made me not to continue, and stopped to explore the tool. But now I want to give one more a second chance to MDA, and yeah, I contact with the staff and they help me. And actually, this is what I'm gonna show you today: how to work and what we see here actually. I don't know if we will have time to see some spots as well. And if you are interested to see a specific spot, let me know, and we will put it. So what actually we do here, as we see, we on the left side we have this one, the database group 1 and database group 2. On the database group 2, we all most of the times I think we want to actually they are the bots, and we choose which bots we want to add. I play on GG, so I put the GG. And on the top, on the group 1, we see that we have some options. First, on the left side, we will see the networks that we are interested, like GG Poker, WPN, and iPoker, or Poker Stars, etc. And also you can choose if you want a fish or a reg on which stake you are interested in. Let's say I want NL50 or one NL100, or you can choose both or unclick, whatever. we can choose everything. I don't think that is a good idea to mix fish with regs and to mix a lot of the stakes. So you can choose poker stars to see what the pool is doing there, or GG and etc. iPoker. The reason that there is this separation is because in poker stars you have people have the choice to mark their hand on the river, but on the other sides it's not possible. So we have the information of the river in the river. So yeah, this makes a big difference, huge difference actually. And yeah, here you can see also you can compare bots. And for example, when we want to study about the fish on GG Poker, we can put this. If I want to study in general fish, take a bigger sample, I can put all of them. Actually, I believe that the fish are pretty the same in all sites. The way that we choose the fish, how they choose to import to make the category of the fish and import a specific type of player there, it's according the VPIP they play and the PFR and the 3bet. So they put these filters and they say that, okay, this guy is playing like this, they are the fish. So we collect this data from these profiles. What else we have? We have mostly I use regs on GG, 50, 100. I put also 200. I don't think there is a huge difference on this, so I put all. If I want to see one certain level of regs, I press, for example, all NL50, and I see what the population is doing on NL50 to take a bigger sample. But I don't really like to mix the platforms. So when I study mostly on GG. And yeah, so by setting here, we see, for example, let's put the fish. We put apply. And now all these moves here that we are gonna do, it's actually what the profile that we pressed here is doing. If we do according to the moves that we want to set him to do. And yeah, we see more details here. So let's say that we want to explore an SRP situation, and we want to play as against the fish as we saw last time, and we set the fish to be a caller. So we put that our opener is a fish, we play SRP, we are, let's say, on the cutoff, and she's on the big blind, and she's the caller. If we want to see how he's playing as aggressor, we put him as a raiser. And let's see that. Let's see the example that we saw last time, and to see how to set it. So we put him as a fish. That's his caller in SRP scenario. Big blind versus button. So we are on the big blind in this situation. And here we put the move that the guy is doing. Not which move we do, but what is the action of the villain. And in this situation, he did the call on the pre-flop, and now we go on the flop, and on the flop we want him to check call, for example, like we did. And we see that already here in this rank, that already the range of the fish starts to be weak, because on the left, as we see here, are the frequencies that he should have, and we see that the frequencies are 50%, and we see that the sample is huge, 33,000 hands. And from the bots who have a much more larger sample. It's 1 million plus. So yeah, the frequencies we see that it's higher, so already the range starts to be much weaker, which also we can see here. Okay, and now we will do the exact example that we did last time. We will go and make him check. So when we press, let's explain what means all of these things here. So when the B means bet, so actually he goes with the lead. And we see when he starts leading there, his range starts to be, he makes it more frequency, but his range starts to be more stronger. One other thing is the bet call. So it means that he bets, he goes with the lead, and we make a raise to him and he calls. So on this scenario, we see that when he bets and calls, he starts to have some weaker range on his weaker range. Here we see the frequencies that he bet fold. Bet raise means that he goes with the lead, we make the raise, and then he goes with re-raise, which, yes, we see already that it's pretty strong. Check means that the flop goes check or the action. Check call is the most common, that he checks, we bet, he calls. Check fold is when he checks, we bet and he folds. Check raise, okay, we know this. Check raise call is when he goes check, we make the bet, he makes a raise, and we make re-raise and he calls. Yeah, this is a pretty crazy scenario. And the same situation here with the fold. So he makes a check, go bet, he raise, we make a re-raise and he fold. Crazy scenario. And yeah, this is the actions that you can adjust on the flop. And here you can see that if you want, you can see the bet sizes. Let's say that we want to see when he bets medium size, what happens when he goes with the lead on the medium size, or if he goes with the lead on the larger size. And here we can see also the frequencies, the sizings, and which frequencies he uses on the sizings. So we see when he goes with the lead on the flop, we speak about the fish, and the most common sizing is the half pot that he will use. While the GTO never used the sizing. So yeah, it's already an exploit that you can find. The GTO likes the 30. And let's say that we had the check call situation, which is the most common, makes his range pretty wider and much less stronger, much weaker, as we see. And we go with the check situation. So this means that he continues checking on the turn, and we go check back. And now we see that his range is weak. The frequencies are okay of the checking, but this doesn't really matter at this situation. What really matters is to see that the range is weak. And yeah, we saw the example that he goes with a bet, and that this bet is plus EV call. And also that which sizing he prefers to use as a bluff. So actually here what we see that when he starts to bet the half pot, he should have 20% frequencies, but he has 43 and makes it much more bluffed. And also, for example, we can see that here we can set a flop. Let's go on a certain flop. Yeah, she's a caller, and we put a. Why I can't put it? Yeah, I don't know. Put a reg. Something I'm missing. Yeah, strange. I don't know why I can't do it. Something I'm missing at the moment. Okay, now I do it. Okay. So let's do it here. So this is the color, and we put which flop category, which flop we want, but the platform is gonna analyze it like a category. Not it will not solve the situation of this certain flop that we will put, but we will choose which category we want to start to explore. So we can have the ace high flop, two broadways connected, or ace high middle, ace high low disconnected flop. Let's put the ace high general category, and to see that when he bets, for example, when he goes with the lead, he makes it much more higher frequency, and the range is much stronger. We see that he should have 41% weak range bluffs actually, and now he has just 33. And now we can go to the sizings, and we see that yeah, mostly he used the 50%. We can see that in general, even in the 50%, it's another bluff move compared to the frequencies. On the right, we see the frequencies of the bot, which is 48, and now the recreational has 41. So yeah, when he starts leading there, it's we need to be very careful with our bluff catches and how we want to continue with the spot. I believe that a call here from us makes the call minus EV move. If I want to do something in the lead, I want to raise. So when I see this, when we take a call from the fish, it starts to be his range weak. So now we have a nice continue, and we can see according to his tendencies how we want to approach the turn and the river as well. What other we can see is the 3 bets, as we saw the 4 bets. Let's see, for example, a 3 bet pot with a regular on NL50. The thing is that you can't solve at the moment. I don't know if they will put, if they will add in the future, 3-way spots. And also you can't solve situations that you are, for example, on the early position. Or maybe you can, let's see. No, SRP situations you can use, you can solve only against big blind. You can't be, for example, on the early position or middle position and to see how you're gonna play against the button, but only against for the big blind, which is fine. I don't know what they're planning to add in the new version. Will be out soon. And so let's go to see a situation with a reg on NL50 on GG, where he's the raiser, small blind versus cutoff, for example, and he goes with a bet. We see that, yeah, mostly I will clear the flop. Actually, let's put an ace high disconnected board. Okay, and we see already that the frequencies that, which is fine, the frequencies that the reg uses for a bet on this situation is 78%. It's close to the range bet. We also apply this strategy, so it's normal. The bots are gonna play a much more balanced strategy and much more mixed strategy. Let's see when the turn go check check. Looks fine, pretty balanced. And when he goes with a bet, looks also balanced. See if we have some leaks here. Yeah, we see that on this line, yeah, it's total balance. I believe that I don't see frequencies here on the weak side. Okay, we see here it's not available, so yeah, it's a minus EV call to start calling this line. Bet check check bet. And the only where it starts to deviate is when they go around pot bet. But I think it's starts to be balanced. When I use this line, I go with this sizing mostly on the river, the 70%, and the most of the regs using this. I don't use the 30% so often, maybe never. Yeah, and we see that the call EV here is minus, so this line we can, let's see if the same line on NL50 and on L100 will apply the same logic. On NL100, we see that they are starting to bluff more. And the sizings that they use as a bluffs are huge. Is the 2x spot plus, where the solver doesn't really like. And also the most common is the bet 120%. So let's keep it in mind. When we see the sizing makes the call a bit profitable, a lot profitable actually, because the frequencies here are crazy, double. So when we see these huge sizings on the river, we need to think very, very well and to add some calls. Let's see on 200 what happens. Yeah, same situation. Exactly the same situation. So the tendencies of the regulars are pretty the same. And we see also that the 50%, a lot of the regulars gonna use as a bluff. But when they start to using 70% and block bet, it's under bluffed. And also the 150%. So yeah, makes a bit sense, because even when I have a bluff, for example, I start to use this sizing. But mostly, to be honest, I use this 70. I mix on the 70 But depends on the board. Let's see. We can change this. Let's put this. Bet check bet. King high flop. Here also we can see the frequencies. We see on the half pot and 70% is starts to be balanced, and the population starts to use these sizings more. The solver prefers the 1/3, but the population prefers the 70%. Yeah, and the huge bets are tricky. Which starts to be totally heavy bluff is the pot bet. Starts to be bluffy. Okay. And also, what is interesting, for example, let's close the stream with this. It's that you can see, for example, I want to play with a reg on GG, and let's put, for example, all the levels, 50, 100, 200. Like this, you can choose how many you want. And I want to see, for example, versus SRP, and he's the raiser. I put him as a raiser. And I want to see, for example, from here you can choose the positions, and I want, for example, to put all positions. I don't mind. And I want to see how he goes when he bets, check, fold. So this means that he bets on the flop, he checks on the turn, we check, he checks back, and on the river we'll go with a bet, and he goes with a fold. And now we can explore which sizing they prefer. They start to overfold. We see that the check on the turn starts to mean that his range is weak. Let's make it a bit more early position versus big blind. Let's check fold. Yeah, this line, when we start to bet there, totally profitable, as we see with all sizings. Let's see on the pool here. And we see that the bluff EV here is pretty strong. Mostly when we go with huge sizings. So when we want to take this line, we need to use, I believe, the 150%. bet and they start to super overfold. The plus EV is insane, plus 200. Yeah, so, and let's put an ace high flop, for example. Yeah. Yeah, well, same results. We see that the huge sizings after the bet check on the bet flop check turn, huge sizings are pretty profitable because mostly they start to check the weaker part of the range on the turn, so they start to overfold on the river. Nice. Let me know if you have any questions or if we are okay. Yeah, it's pretty useful tool. If you start to explore it and to navigate, you can find a lot of leaks on the population that you are interested to exploit. I'll let the link on the chat again. 10% discount on first order. Who wants can subscribe from my link, the affiliate link. And yeah, that goes for today, guys. I hope that you like it. We will continue to explore MDA in some streams. I guess once per week we will do something, nothing crazy, something simple things we will start to explore. And yeah, one session I think will be MDA Demon, one session will be on Queen Taste with the solver. And I don't know if we will add also stream with gameplay on GG. At the moment I focus offline on the playing. So thanks a lot for coming. See you on the next stream. Bye bye.